Alright, guys, we're going to do the choreography for All Choked Up. So, how this is going to work, the guys will have certain movements and the girls will have certain movements. The girls being anyone who's not Sandy, the guys being anybody who's not Danny. So, girls and guys, you guys, you'll do the Hully Gully step. Anytime you're not sure what to do in this moment, just dance to the music that's happening in this song and do the Hully Gully. Or you guys can do the step snap that we do, this. We've done it in a couple of the songs. Do that one. Okay? So those are your go-to movements. Girls, you can either do the shoulder teeter-totter movement that we had from Summer Nights, or you can do the twist. So if you're not sure what to do. If you're cool with just standing there and holding the stage, that's cool too. So, first verse. Danny, well I feel so strange, well upon my word. I literally just want you to kind of look at your body like you feel so strange, almost like the werewolf transformation, like just your body's feeling weird. Maybe you're staring at your arm, staring at your hand. Any of that. Well I feel so strange, well upon my word. Now my brain is reeling and my eyesight's blurred. This one is, now my brain is reeling, is just circle your head. Now my brain is reeling and my eyesight's blurred, just like, and my eyesight's blurred, or like rub it. Any of those motions works, like you're just trying to clear your vision. My eyesight's blurred. I tremble a lot. Tremble. Tremble a lot. Even if it makes your voice shake, sometimes that's even better. So, tremble. I tremble a lot. I'm nervous and hot. I want you to take your shirt and fan yourself. I'm nervous and hot. Then, I'm nervous and hot. I'm all choked up. This is just grabbing your throat. I'm all choked up. Okay? Then, there's a fire alarm wailing in my head, and the same thing, Sandy, during all of this, you're just with the girls. You're either doing some shoulder action, or you're doing the twist. You know, you're just playing it cool. Waiting for him to explain stuff. Alright? So, there's a fire alarm wailing in my head. You'll do the Hully Gully. There's a fire alarm wailing in my head. And my circulation says condition red. I want you to pretend that you're giving yourself CPR, so it's either here, like my circulation says condition red, or it's like gigantic, however you want to do it, Danny. Either one. Either here, and like you're pushing yourself, or out here. So my circulation says condition red. I'm in a cold sweat. Hug yourself and shiver. I'm in a cold sweat, like you're cold. My t-shirt's all wet. If you can pull out your t-shirt, pull it out and wring it out. My t-shirt's all wet. Or you can just pull it out like this and be like, my t-shirt's all wet, like you're squeezing the water out of it. I'm all choked up. Then, you'll get down on the ground. You'll fall to the ground. So, my t-shirt's all wet, you're wringing it out. I'm all choked up, and that's too Sandy. Alright? All of this is too Sandy. Then, third verse, you're going to crawl on your knees to her for that, oh baby, baby, baby. Oh baby, baby, baby. Crawl towards her. Take my heart before it breaks. Put one leg up, you know, very marriage proposal-like. Take my heart before it breaks. My knees are weak, my backbone quakes. I just want you to try and get up, and your knees are weak. My knees are weak, like you're stumbling. My backbone quakes, and just like wiggle your whole spine. My backbone quakes. It's like the Hully Gully, but a little bit different. Next is my backbone quakes. My hands are colder than ice. You can do whatever you want there. It's either my hands are colder than ice, like you're rubbing them together, or it can be like my hands are colder than ice, like they're just freezing. Maybe just make them shiver. Any of those motions that I just did, you can do. My throat is locked in a vice. Take one hand. My throat is locked in a vice. My throat is locked in a vice. And then let's see, where are we? Where's locked in a vice? And then back to your knees. Same thing. My throat is locked in a vice. All choked up. Okay? Then, fourth verse. There's a fever heat running through my skin. You're on your knees. Rip off your jacket. Throw it towards the guys who will be behind you. Guys, catch it. So there's a fever heat running through my skin. Can't you hear me knocking? Won't you let me in? Can't you hear me knocking? I want you to bang your fists on the stage. So like, can't you hear me knocking? And then bang. Won't you let me in? Then, you know I'm your fool. Take one step, either leg. Now don't you be cruel. Other step. And then it's just saying it to her. I'm all choked up. Like you can't breathe. I'm all choked up. And you can just grab it with one hand. You don't have to do the same movement again. Then the girls get real sassy on this side. Now listen here. Sandy, you are going to just kind of torment Danny right now. Danny, you're just going to follow her. So you're spinning around in a dizzy spell. She's going to walk around Danny, saying that line. So you're spinning around in a dizzy spell. Danny, you're going to follow her. So if she's walking around you, you're going to follow her. Spinning round in a dizzy spell. Okay? Then, poke him in the chest for, it's a situation I know pretty well, so you walked around him, and then just poke him right in the chest. It's a situation I know pretty well. Yeah, I've been there too. I want you to, with your downstage hand so everyone can see you. Yeah, I've been there too, and just make it rough and, you know, a really abrupt point towards yourself. Well, I've been there too, so I feel for you, push him. So, well, I've been there too, so I feel for you, push him. Danny, just kind of stumble, but you're not going to fall or anything. And then walk back to the girls for this last line, Sandy. So, I'm all choked up, so you pushed him. I feel for you, and then just walk back. And super cool walk. I'm all choked up. Okay? Then, what's the next verse? Okay. Then, the girls say, and furthermore, just do a little sass, girl group. So you're down and out, you're against the wall, now you're going to push him until he falls. Okay? So he might try and like come back into the argument like he's going to say something, Danny. Sandy, get him. So you're down and out. You're against the wall on that fourth push. Danny, she's actually going to push you and you're going to fall. And this will be like a trust exercise for the guys. Guys, you got to catch Danny. So he'll be pushed, and on the fourth time he's going to fall all the way back, and you guys got to catch him. Okay? And it's not like his whole body's going to fall. You just got to catch his upper torso area. Okay? Then, and you're saying I'm the one that did it all. It's just going to be a hip bump. And you're saying I'm the one that did it all. You know? And do it as many times as you can to the beat. Or as many times as you want with hand. It's crazy. Okay. So, it's just a hip bounce. And you're pointing at yourself with your thumb. Don't walk in front of my camera, Mom. Almost had a disaster there. Okay. So, let's see. Then, where am I? Let's see. Hip bump pointing at yourself. Then, it gets me, why did I lose my place? Okay. And you're saying I'm the one that did it all, and you're saying I'm the one that did it all, however many times you want to do it. I know you're sincere. Fall down on your knees, Sandy, and clasp your hands together. I know you're sincere. And then it gets me right here. Grab your heart, but super sarcastically. It gets me right here, because it doesn't really, you're not really selling me on this yet. And then you do the same thing that he does. I'm all choked up.